Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth, where we are continuing on in the fourth case, Turnabout Reminiscence. September 10th, 4:45 p.m., District Court, 3rd floor lobby. Sir, what is to become of the trial into the Cadopian Embassy staff member's murder? Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely.
Ha! Looks like you'll have to wait a little bit longer for your big debut.
I suppose it can't be helped. Which makes sense because, having played Trials and Tribulations, we know that his first actual court case in trial was the one with Mia. The very sad, tragic one, unfortunately. What a horrible first case for both of them, Yeesh.
The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while.
Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell?
What an outrageous circus it has all become. That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivete.
An outrageous circus? Right, sir. You're kind of a dick, aren't you?
What was that?
Nothing, sir.
I grow weary of this topic. Edgeworth, I will have you assigned to a different case.
Papa, you'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you?
I'll consider it.
Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation.
Whatever for?
I know that there is already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. Ah, Edgeworth said it in the way that he knew Von Karma would like to hear. That, yeah, we just totally assume he's guilty, and the whole perfection, it's like if you want Von Karma to let you do something, be like, but Papa, or Sir, we want it to be perfect. And he's like, oh, okay.
The perfect proof. Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection.
Wow, rude.
Papa? Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? Miles and I were competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It would give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, Franziska's helping us out. Hey, girl, you good, you good.
If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish.
Then you're allowing us to continue.
In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise.
Ugh, creepy.
I'm returning home now. Edgeworth, Franziska, see to it I'm not disturbed. safe for the results of your competition?
Yes, sir.
Of course, Papa.
Franziska, thank you.
What are you thanking me for?
She's in tsundere mode. She's not gonna admit she helped you, dude.
Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means that the competition is still on.
Yes, just as you wished.
I couldn't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth.
I know I don't have enough information yet, so my first order of business will be to question anyone involved with this case.
Oh my god, what's with all these cops all over the place? He's trying to deal with that? Shouldn't you call a plumber?
I can't stop the water, sir! We're all gonna drown!
Seems that the man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from it too much.
Bunch of fools who pretended to not see the foolishly foolish actions of a foolish fool!
Well then, why don't you lend the officer a hand?
As if I should have anything to do with this. Besides, that water-drinking fool's mouth is the thing that officer should be covering.
Oh, Franziska! Oh my!
She's like, cover his mouth with your mouth, yes, yowie.
and this was Franziska's first time coming out as a yaoi fangirl.
Let's give that officer a description of the water guzzler later.
She seems to have quite the grudge. It sounds to me like someone wanted a drink.
I mean, I get it, girl. You thirsty. Look how cute Franziska looks as our partner button.
Yes, what is it?
Today's trial.
It feels like there's a whole backside to this case we're not seeing.
And here we had thought that it was a case where the two men had killed each other.
We're lacking information. And as a Van Karma, I can hardly call this a perfect investigation.
Indeed, it is as you say.
I can't believe we agree on something. Is the world going to end?
Girl, you drama queen.
Just what is so revolting about agreeing?
Anyway, our first move should be to speak with everyone related to this case.
Indeed. Even if you had not said it, I was planning to do so anyway.
Ugh! What was that lush for? How dare I be making sense? How dare I have logic? Sir?
Wow, this thing is so incredibly detailed. My inner modeling fanboy is impressed.
I'm not exactly a fan of plastic models per se, but even I can sense the superb quality of this model.
I simply cannot comprehend how that man can feel so much love for such a trifle.
Oh, I see.
You're a disciple of my father, so you would do well to guard yourself against an interest in such unproductive things.
Yes, perhaps I should take up whipping people like the young lady over
Yeah, oh my! Dominatrix Edgeworth. I think Phoenix would like that. No. I know where that was going though. Talking about models and stuff, of course he was thinking about his fanboy tendencies with the whole Steel Samurai. Although I don't think it existed at this time, so he must have had something else he was into, you know?
What's the matter, officer? Are you ill?
I've been standing here for forever, sir, and I really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh yes, I smell it now. Ugh, disgusting. Why don't you just make a quick trip? The nearest one isn't that far, is it?
Please, we don't want to smell this anymore.
No, it's a short way down the hall behind these doors, but I don't want to be blamed for anything that might happen while I'm gone.
There's other officers right here, dude.
So, I'm gonna hold it. You're all gonna have to put up with the smell.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe can be a positive influence on the force after all.
Wait, why are you talking about Gumshoe and that? Okay. Alright, let's talk to this dude who's laying down on the job.
Sir, nothing to report, sir.
Is there no one who will make this man take responsibility for his actions on the job?
Looks like we have no choice but to report this to Papa. Then this guard can have fun in a waking nightmare after being awakened from his dream.
Actually, let's not. I kind of feel sorry for him now.
Oh, your soft side is coming out, eh? Alright, I'm pretty sure talking to him will progress things. What's up, Callisto?
It's you. Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And who are you? Wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you?
You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. I am Franziska van Karma, and I am about to become the successor to the family name.
About to? I guess that means that for now, you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are.
Oh, she shot you down with logic, girl.
What?
Why are you whipping me?
It's very rare for Franziska to actually whip another woman, I noticed. Which is like, oh, okay. I think the only one she did it to was Lotta. And, well, Lotta is Lotta, so I think she deserved that.
Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have but a few more questions to ask of you. Look at you! Eyebrows scrunched, with lines on your forehead. And that to ask of you? What exactly is so funny? Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. Apparently, they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene in law school. Whew. I feel much better now. So, what is it you want to talk about?
Oh, I didn't know we were actually going to keep talking longer. I thought it was going to be something brief, but okay.
I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. We were in defendant lobby number 1 the whole time, up until we heard the gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad.
She didn't even call him detective, okay?
If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were with Detective Bad. Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all.
Oh, mysterious.
Alright, let's talk about Sexy Man Bad.
So I take it that you are acquaintances with Detective Bad? Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KG8 incident. Detective Bad is also related to that incident. That's right. He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth?
My ears, Edgeworth. I have no idea what you two are talking about. I've heard of the KG8 incident from my papa. But how does that relate to you, Miss Yu?
The victim of that case, CCU, was my little sister.
You're making that super serious face again.
I'm fine, really. I just make it a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. Ooh, talk about a woman scorned. Yeah, she handles things in an interesting way.
The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kind of creepy.
Oh, speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Mr. Faraday. I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. It was practically a given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes.
I see. He did mention that he was in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about the Yatagarasu in more detail.
Okay.
You claim that at the time of the murder you were with Detective Bad.
But don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess?
We do, and that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rell away. Why did you let that happen, girl? I just can't believe it. It's ridiculous. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked.
And what did you talk with Detective Bad about?
Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more.
Bloody! When she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults.
Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. So, I really can't tell you anything about the hallway. Excuse me. Or lobby number 2.
I see.
Alright. Mackerel.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Mackerel. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct?
Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that had made off with the evidence from KG8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. He had just made that up.
He made it up?
Mr. Rell's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras, but there was no footage. But there is no footage of him sneaking into the Kudopian embassy itself.
Hold on for just 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew that he was not the real Yatagarasu, and that he was just another cold-blooded killer, and you were ready to defend him?
Yes, that's right.
I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals.
Ooh! I mean, it sucks, but even guilty people do technically deserve a defense, so somebody has to do it. We've been lucky that so far, you know, Phoenix and them haven't really had to deal with that.
That's why defense lawyers are so detestable, but they are no match for us Van Karbas.
I don't believe it! You're serious? Why don't you save that face for something really worth being serious about?
And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier?
I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright?
And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer.
Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rell was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry. Forgive my rashness.
Which is kind of scary. Alright. Yatagarasu.
Miss Yu, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself. But I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them.
Requests from
I can't talk.
Requests from companies?
The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know.
Huh. Alright then. Perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives.
You're not very funny or witty, are you, Little Miss Fun Karma?
Ooh!
Ah! Franziska, be careful about who you whip.
Ooh! She was about to break her little rule, and she was about to whip her in actual anger. Ooh.
Choose carefully or we may be sued by... Ugh.
There, I chose carefully, just like you wanted.
That just now was hilarious, little missy.
Of course it was.
What, now you're buddies?
What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pain give them delight?
That's because they're both sadists, honey.
And so, in the end, what is the Yatagarasu? I have to say, I had never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany.
The Yatagarasu deals in information, namely, in digging out dirt about backroom dealings and the like of companies. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see.
Vigilante or not, this person sounds like just another criminal to me.
I suppose you could put it that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now thanks to that thief. Sounds like Miss Yu is profiting nicely. I suppose I've gotten all I can out of Miss Yu. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now.
Alright. Maybe we did do this in the correct order then. But we will have to talk to Gumshoe in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.